All right, you guys. Hi, everybody. Tanis Goulet. I'm your Presidential Diamond Leader. I'm so happy that you guys could get on tonight. I have some very special ladies who are just killing it, you guys, right now. Honestly, sorry, Mr. Oh, okay. Thanks, Maria. Honestly, you guys, October was amazing. And you know what? I know a lot of people maybe you didn't reach your goal. Who cares, right? It's fine. I know for me, you guys, I know I have big goals. I always have big goals in my business and for my team and everything. And you know what? The coolest thing, you guys, is that we all work together. Whether I've signed you up, someone else has signed you up, maybe you have someone who signed you up. The girl who signed me up, you guys never spoke to me again, and I was able to figure it out, right? So I'm really excited that you guys are all on here tonight. I wanted to share a little bit with a few of you guys. Hey, Tan. We have some ladies who were working like crazy the last few days, and they made some great promotions happen. And I just want to share a little bit about them. Actually, they're going to share a little bit about themselves and what they've been doing. I know you guys have been hearing me talk a lot about Leanne. So Leanne joined a month ago, you guys, and she just promoted to Ruby. She went executive, Ruby, and her husband promoted to executive, okay? So a little bit of story about Leanne, and then I'll let you talk, Leanne. Leanne and I have known each other for a long time. We met at the gym, and I've been wanting her to join for years, okay? Like literally years. I talked to her husband a few years ago, and then, I didn't hear back from them, and it happens all the time, right? People just aren't maybe ready at that time, and I was like, you know what? I know this girl's going to be great when she finally joins. So when she's ready, she's ready. So she text messaged me. I remember it was like a Sunday night a month ago. She's like, Tanis, I'm ready. I want to do this. Okay. And, she's a mom, a wife of, she has two little ones. She's a nurse. She works. And, you guys, she just came in. She's also a customer of mine first. So she had tried the products a little bit first, of course. And, yeah, I'm excited for her to share with you. And Leanne, I'm going to unmute you right now. And it is all yours, my dear.
Hi, everybody. Yes, I'm Leanne. Tanis is amazing. I've been watching this for a long time, I don't know. Well, since you started, pretty much. I'm a nurse, and I work part-time since I've had kids. I just hate leaving my kids. My dream is to be home with them more. So just watching Tanis, I don't know, it just inspired me and messaged her here and there. I never really thought I could do this. Kind of like not me to be so out there and posting and everything. But finally, the day that I joined, I remember my kids were sick and I had to leave and I really didn't want to. I was so upset, and I just got to work and I texted her. I said "Okay, Tanis, let's do this. I'm ready. I need this." So I texted her, signed up. Literally the next morning, I was like, "Hey, should I do my first post now?" I was just ready to go. And this has just been crazy. I've been literally taking every advice that I can get. Making sure that I'm doing everything. It's I need to know that I am literally doing everything possible, because there's no other choice. I just need to do it, or you do it or you don't, kind of thing, right? So I've been posting every day since the first post I made. I've been posting every single day, posting about the products, just being super excited, and I don't know, adding to my network, always adding people to my network, building relationships and reaching out. And the crazy thing about it is that that's not usually me. I'm usually the silent person on social media. My husband would be like, "Oh my God, you're just commenting on everyone's stuff now." But it's coming from, I know it's kind of funny, but when you want something that bad, you just do what you got to do. And I can't believe I've promoted to Ruby this month, and I have big goals for the next month. And I don't know, I'm just following. Well,
and you know what I have to say about Leanne. Well, we can go back and forth here just so you don't have to keep talking the whole. I know you're amazing at with everything that you're doing so far. And one thing I love when you joined, you said to me, "Okay, Tanis, I need this. I'm gonna do this." And I was like, "Whoa, you guys!" I hear from Leanne every single day, and she's like, "Okay, Tanis." She's like, "Will you tell me if I need to do more?" She's like, "I'm gonna set up an online party right away." And she's so enthralled, and it's it's contagious, right? Your energy, like you're so excited. You know, you guys, you know, like in the chats and the pages when I say to do stories and do all these things, you don't have to do that. But, you know, I always took advice from people who were at where I wanted to go, right? And so I love that about you, Leanne. You're so coachable. Like you come in, you're like, okay, Tanis, does this look right? Am I doing this right? You do your stories every day. You're doing your polls. You're doing host to post. You're doing online parties. And you just want this bad. Like you said, I'm going diamond in November and I know you're going to do it. So can you tell us how many, you signed up, like how many customers now?
I don't know.
Like 35, I think.
30 something, yeah, since I started. And I don't know, literally, because Tanis will be like, that's crazy. How are you doing it? But I mean, I'm posting and I'm doing, I don't know. I'm just posting and being excited and people are just messaging me. I don't know. It's just happening for me. I mean, I guess I'm just excited. And I think a big thing is that was huge for me was when I did the cleanse and using the stuff and I'm posting my results. So that's like something, people know me, people trust me, and then when they see it, it's kind of undeniable, right? Because a lot of people can be kind of skeptical sometimes, they're not sure, but when they see your results and they see that these products actually are amazing and they work, if that's her, like, yeah, I want to try it, and then they jump on. So I think that's been huge for me, and that's been out of my comfort zone. I mean, to post my body, my results for my reps and results for my cleanse, and that was like kind of scary, but I mean the rewards have been pretty amazing. So,
and are they people, Tan's asking, are they people that you know? Where are most of your customers coming from? Like people that you know, right? Or
lots I know, but I actually have some that I have no idea who they are too. Because I've done I've done the host to post thing, so I'm reaching out that way too, like people that I don't know. So I'm making sure that I'm messaging everybody who's showing interest. Like I do send them a message, and so people. And actually, one big thing. So when I'm doing a host to post, I'll message everybody who's commented, and then they usually want to think about it, or they're not sure, or they might not respond, but I always follow up. So like a few days later or a week or whatever, like I'll follow up and just say, hey, just want to follow up about the cleanse. I'm putting in some orders. Like, are you interested? And then that's where I usually will sign up, like 3 or 4 in one night is when I'm doing my follow up.
that's amazing.
So people need time, I guess, to think about it, and I don't know. And then they're thinking about it, and then they're seeing your posts constantly every day too. So that helps.
That's awesome. I know for me, like the fortunes and the follow-up. Like for me, last night I was helping, you know, finish off promotions and helping you guys. Like I know every single time I sign up a distributor and a customer, and I always sign up customers and distributors, it's because I'm following up with people. It's because I'm staying consistent, excited, and I'm doing the things that I, you know, recommend to you guys. I will never recommend doing that. My team is doing certain things if I'm not doing it myself. So I always want to lead from the front. So that's amazing, Leanne. Is there anything that you want to share? Like you're like excited, like Leanne literally this morning, she was like messaging me and, you know, she was all excited and she's like, okay, I'm printing out my diamond chart. I'm going to do it this. She bought her ticket to, you know, conference. She's going and, you know, booked her hotel right away. And she just made a decision. So that's one thing your energy is contagious and you made a decision that you're doing it. And that right there is like, I'm telling you, 80% of this business is just, you know, deciding, you know, Chelsea was talking about that, you know, in our group chats. And, you know, if you guys saw the Zoom the other day with a bunch of the leaders, it's making the decision to do it because it's easier to go all in than to kind of go in at like 80%, right? So
I don't want to be next month saying, oh, I could have done that. Like, I knew I should have done that, but I didn't want to. Like, one thing that I've been doing this entire time is going completely way out of my comfort zone. Tanis, I know I told you once when you were like, I challenge you to reach out to 5 of your friends and tell them you want them on your team. I was like, okay, well, after I throw up, I'll try and do, like, that is like so scary for me to reach out like that and do things like that. But it makes me more nauseous to think about. I'm like, there's no other option for me right now. Like, I'm just going forward. There's no option to quit. There's no option to not be where I want to be. So going out of your comfort zone, it's scary, but once you do it, it's like, I don't know, it's just fine. And the other thing is, the whole decision thing, like, I don't know, I watched that Zoom to tennis from the other day, and that was what literally all of them were saying is once you just decide it and do it. And I have decided that. I decided I was going to get Ruby this month, and I know that earlier on I was like, I don't know, because you're looking at your chart, you're like, oh, there's so much to do, but I took that out of my mind. I stopped saying I don't know, and I just said, oh, I'm getting there. Even yesterday it was like what, 10 or something, and I was still had some stuff to do, and I was like, no, it'll happen, like it'll just happen, it's gonna happen. And it did. I think it's just having that confidence. And the other thing that I do, and I, like Tana said, I message her and Nahani like so much, because it's like I need them to tell me I can do it too. I can't do this by myself. Like I need you guys' encouragement. And if you, I want to be where you are. So if you look at me, what I'm doing, and you say, you can do it with what you're doing right now, you can do it, that just pushes me every day. It's like I need to hear that almost every day. And I'm sorry if I'm high maintenance or if I know I'm messaging.
I love it. I love, you guys, when people want my help, because there's sometimes I try and help people and they don't want my help, which is fine. We're nobody's bosses, right? Some people like to do their own thing. But honestly, you guys, like I was just thinking before I got on this Zoom and I was running around upstairs with Harley, like, I wish I had someone who wanted to help me. You know what I mean? Like I literally signed up, you guys, and I never had anyone. So I never want my team to feel how I felt. And, Leanne, I was like you, there were no other option. But I think a lot of times people, unless they have a really big why, it's easy to waver back and forth, because this isn't a job. It's a business, right? So you go to a job, you do your work, you go home, you get paid, right? With this, what you put in now sets you up for life if you really treat it seriously, right? So, and some people, are happy making a couple $100 a month, which is totally great, but some people really want to change their lives, right? So, is there anything, last tips that you would like to share? I know you're like, you have people going with your on parties right away, you're really getting your team fired up, like, you just came in, and again, I never ever, compare anyone to anyone, because everyone has different, I just want everyone to learn from you. I told her, I said, Leanne, like you're signing up all these customers. Oh my gosh. Like, like it's amazing. Right. So I wanted her to share with us.
I guess I feel like I've shared most of it, but the big ones, just doing those daily things, growing your network, because I feel like if I miss a post, then that could potentially be somebody who doesn't see it and somebody who may have been interested in it, right? So do that, do things that you might not be comfortable with, like host a post always kind of make me, I don't know, they're very good, they end up being all worth it, but it's like asking people to post things, that's out of my comfort zone, right? So just doing things like that and following your leaders, honestly, like, and reaching out. I honestly don't think I could do this if it wasn't for having people to encourage me and stuff, because some days, like, your phone's not going to be buzzing off the hook every day. So some days you're wondering, like, oh, am I doing enough? Am I doing enough? So just having those people there to encourage you and help push you, and just do those things every single day that you need to be doing, and have your charts out, just have it all, just be excited about it, be motivated, and just kind of remind yourself all the time, like, why are you doing this? And what my huge why is just, I'm meant to be at home with my kids. And although I have a job where I can work part-time, like, I just want, financially, I couldn't work less, but this is just going to make it happen. And I just have faith, and I can believe it's true. And I don't know, I'm just running. I'm not stopping now, that's for sure.
Well, thank you, Leanne, so much. And one thing I really have to say about you is your posts, you really take the time. That's a thing, you guys. I read it somewhere, I think yesterday, on some business owner that I follow on Facebook or Instagram. Never be lazy with your posts, okay? Like, it is really important. Like, your social media platform is your life and your business. You know what I mean? So I never post anything that I think is inappropriate or still, if you're putting up a joke or something, that's totally fine, right? But, like attracts like. Leanne, we were talking about this earlier. You're like, oh, I hope I get those right distributors. I hope I get those right people. And I will tell you this, you will attract in your business what you put out, right? It's the law of attraction. If you want, wonderful, amazing women or men on your team, you need to you need to show up first and be that runner. You know, that's super important. I learned that from the beginning from, you know, some of my up leaders, and I wanted to know what they were doing. And I really, you know, have a lot of respect for you, Leanne, because you are so excited, and, you know, and I love how excited you are. And if you feel down, we talk about it and you're good. And then you're like, okay. And then you message me again later. And I'm like, oh my God, she signed up more customers. Like, I don't know what to do with this girl. Right. But it's being excited, right? I mean, I have never, ever signed up that many customers in a month. Like, you know what I mean? And I've been doing this almost 4 years. Right. So, but you know what, like, I'm telling you, like, it's, you know, and she watched you guys. She watched me for like 3 years. And she ghosted me. We like to call it ghost when you're following up with people and they don't call. Remember your husband called me and I thought you guys were signing up and then he didn't reply to me. You guys, it happens to every single one of us, right? So people, you have to follow up with people. This network marketing and what we do, it's not net wishing, it's networking. And the fortune is all in the follow-up. So I like that you said that.
I think you need genuine too, like you're saying with your post, like, be yourself, be you. Like, people know me, people know I'm an introvert and that I just want to be home with my kids and I just want, like, my husband, my kids, that's my everything. Like, so that's what I really focus on posting about, because then people know that that's me, right? So then they know I'm being genuine and that, they just trust you.
Yeah. And you're putting it out there, like you're putting it out there. So thank you so much, Leanne. I look forward to having you on next month when you promote to Diamond. Well, you're going to do it. I know you're going to do it. So thank you so much for sharing with everyone. Nahani, you guys, Nahani is one of our Diamond leaders and she's amazing. And her team's on fire. So I really want her, she like literally told me, she's like, I am going triple diamond in the beginning of 2019 and her team is on fire and following her lead. And I just wanted her to share what she's doing. Her husband promoted to Emerald last night. We have a bunch of ladies who went, you know, that we have some rubies and executives and Nahani, it's all you.
Thank you very much. Oh, wow. It's so great to see so many people on here. I love that. It's the first of the month and you guys are all showing up to work your business. So that's awesome. So I guess a little bit about what we're doing. I'm going to start off by saying that I have gone through a lot of slumps in this business and I have questioned myself and I have wondered like, oh gosh, I can see other people doing it, but do I really think that I can do it? And I really went through lots of times at different times, right? Like I would think I could do it and then I would kind of doubt myself. And so it's kind of been like a process for me and I kind of feel like I've come full circle. And I really feel now that like I'm just dialed in. And it took me a long time to get there. Some people get there right away. I was a little turtle that was just kind of trotting along for a while, but I'm here now and I'm super excited about it. I think one of the things that we've been doing on our team that's really been working well is that I've just been always trying to be a really good friend to everybody and always leading with kindness. And if somebody says something, I kind of just like take a minute to make sure that I'm responding rather than reacting to it, because when people come into this business, they don't know what they don't know. And sometimes they're going to say things or post things and the mama bear in me wants to like jump right away and help them, but I gotta let them learn. I gotta let them kind of learn too, but kind of still keep an eye on them. So one thing that I've been doing is when people come into this business, even though we're nobody's bosses, I kind of think about it like how I train people in my 9-to-5 job. So when somebody comes into work, they don't know what they don't know. They don't know really how to like log into their eSuite. They don't know how to do anything. We have this amazing training page now, so I'm super excited that all our newbies can go there. But after that, I really just reach out. Like I try to make Sundays be my day where I connect with absolutely every single person on the team. I don't care if you've been in 5 minutes or 5 months. I'm going to message you. I'm going to ask you about your week. I'm going to connect with you on something. I'm going to see what I can do to help you. And then I'm having conversations with them all week long, and I'm really, really, really building relationships with every single person on the team. I really try and help them just with everything. It doesn't matter what it is, how to sign a loyal customer, how to change an auto ship order, like whatever it is, I'm just there to help, because I don't want anybody to ever not ask a question. I tell everybody there's no such thing as a silly question. The only silly questions are the ones that you don't ask. So ask me, I'm here to help. And one thing that Tanis has taught me, and well, really taught all of us, and I'm really trying to focus on, is the layered leadership. Because our team is growing so fast and so many people are coming in, it can kind of almost feel a little overwhelming sometimes to think like, oh my goodness, I got to make sure that like I'm connecting with all these people. But we've been putting so many great people in the organization that the leaders just kind of find a way to float to the top almost. And if you can see someone who has some really big leadership qualities in them, you can kind of like reach your hand down and pull them up and really help them too. And so I'm just blown away by what this team is doing, and I'm so humbled and proud to be a part of it, because you guys, like, oh my gosh, I feel like I just really, really understand what we have our hands on, and I thought I knew it before, but now that I really, really, really know it, I realize that I didn't have it before.
That's awesome, Nahani. And just one thing Tan's saying below here, and it's true, because this business is hard. You know what I mean? Like, it's not hard, but it is, right? So the hard part, you guys, is that I think a lot of times people join and they think in their first month they're going to become a top earner, right? So I want you guys to know that the people who, you know, get to diamond or double or triple or presidential or ambassador, those people, honestly, you know, they take it, you know, serious, and they just, you know, not that you don't, I'm just saying in general, like, you know, a lot of people come in and treat this like a hobby, right? But yet they want to make 5 figures a month, right? It's not going to happen that way. So I know for me, and I know Nahani, Leanne, a lot of you guys, I've just mentioned you guys because you guys have spoke. A lot of people come in and they decide like, okay, I need to make this income. That was me. I had to make it happen. So I was a sponge. I was doing parties right away. I had to learn how to pose properly. And I really, you know, I really had to get things going. I didn't have anyone who was helping me. I didn't have like, you know, like I said about, like I didn't have, you know, we all are our own boss, but like Nahani said, when you have people that come in, like I really treat all my newbies, like if someone on your team, you guys, who I don't even know, if they need help with something, I'm happy to help. I just want people to want this, right? I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna say waste my time, because everyone's time is valuable, but you want to help those people who are running with you. You know, you can only do so much for everybody. Yes, you're exactly what Jen says. Your efforts and work ethic will show results based on what you're putting in. Yes, exactly. So I will never tell any of my new distributors that come in, you know, like I told Leanne when she started, I said, Leanne, you could be a rock star at this. This is going to be amazing, but you're not going to be rich in your first month. Well, maybe Leanne will be, but you know what I mean? Like most people, I will say, yes, we have people who promote in their first month. I did not promote in my first month. I didn't promote in my second month. But by my third month, when I really started figuring out what I needed to do, then I was like, okay, wow, I know what I'm doing now, right? So never compare yourself. You know what I mean? Like, I think a lot of people come in and they're either ready or maybe they're going through stuff, which I totally understand. I go through stuff. I am going through stuff. And I like what Nahani said is you're a friend to people. Like, you know, we're no one's boss, but you guys, we have everything you need to succeed. So, you know, I just run with your leaders. We want to help you. You know, one thing, Nahani, that you're really doing that I think you're doing really, really well is you're keeping that vision with your team. You're very committed to helping everybody, and it shows, you know, you're there. Okay, what are your goals this month? Like that connection is so good. Yeah, you are kind of bossy. That's okay. I'm totally bossy. I like being in control, you guys. I know Chelsea and I talk about this lots, because sometimes you want to, Chelsea, really like your hair, by the way. It's pretty. She got it done today. But Chelsea and I talk about this a lot, you guys. You know, sorry, I got Jay to text you today because I was going to forget. So that's why he texted you. I'm like, they can talk. So my biggest thing, you guys, is like, sometimes I want to do like everything, because I feel like if I don't get it done, the person, you know the saying, if you want to get things done, you got to do it yourself. But the thing with this business is you can't go diamond, double, triple, presidential by yourself. You can't. This business is all based on working with a team. And if you have someone who's not ready to go where you're going, find someone else who's ready. Not that you're not going to be there for that person, but not everybody wants to run to diamond. You know, I would love it if everybody joined was like, okay, Tanis, I'm ready to go. Let's do this. But I said this to Jay earlier. You know, people's actions are so, like, what's the saying? I pay attention to what people do more than what people say, right? So that's the biggest thing. This is my livelihood. This is my everything. So if someone is happy being executive or Ruby, that's amazing. But if some people come in and they're ready to run, you know, connect with those people and how you can help them. Actions speak louder than words. Yes. See, I can't even talk, you guys. Nahani, anything else you wanted to share quick? And then I was gonna.
Well, I think I love details. Like, I love details. I love knowing the policies and procedures. I love knowing, like, all the compliance issues. Like, I'm just really weird like that. And I love when people ask me questions, because it's like, oh my gosh, I know the answer to that and I'm happy to help. And so there's, like, I just think that don't ever be afraid to ask a question, because your leaders are here to help you every single step of the way. And if the leader that you're going to doesn't have the answer, they will find it for you and they will help you. Like, even though you're in business for yourself, you are never, ever, ever going to be by yourself. And we are always here to help you. And, like, there are girls that are on Tanis's team who aren't necessarily on mine. They message me and, like, I'm happy to help. And so if you ever have questions, like, just don't be afraid to reach out.
Anything, just go to Nahani.
Everybody
go to Nahani. No, I know what you mean, though. And I love that about our team, because I love that all my leaders are, you know, connected. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we're a lot of us are in chats together and seeing what works for you or what works for Chelsea or Robin or, or the French team or whoever, right? The biggest thing, you guys, is if you, well, I just lost my train of thought. But, like, yeah, like what Nahani said, if you are trying to figure out something, don't wait around. Like, you know, you have the team pages, you have the chats. I hear so many times where someone messages me, if I don't reply back to them, they wait a week. And I'm like, you need to be a self-starter. If you want to make a great income, don't wait around for things, right? Really ask yourself, if you want to promote to diamond, are you doing what you should be doing to get to diamond, right? Because you guys, diamond, you start making like $2,500 US a month, plus those cab bonuses, plus those weekly bonuses. And you guys, one thing, you guys, that's huge, you guys. You know, every single distributor you sign up, you can fast start and get those weekly bonuses. I get them every single week. I just got one this morning while I was not this afternoon, sorry, while I was laying down with my sick little girl, right? So that's $133, boom, just like that. I at least get 4 or 5 of them a month, right? So that's groceries, that's gas, it's, you know, car payments or whatever, right? So really take advantage of that. I give myself goals that I want to sign up 10 distributors a month. I don't always do that, but hey, that's 10 people, and then you help them get their first, you know, few customers. That's boom, that's a lot of money right there, and that's not even, you know, all your extras that you're going to make with commissions and everything. So power in numbers, yes, exactly. Yeah, you guys, exactly what Nahani just said. Nahani, can you share about that? It's so true. Like, it's everything. You have to share. Like, people are joining you and they're supporting you.
Yeah, people don't buy products, people buy solutions, and people want to purchase a better version of themselves. And a lot of us, we've heard a lot of this training, right? Facts repel and stories sell. So, and I mean, I get memories showing up on my Facebook about how I used to post. And like, I almost vomit because it's
I
like,
cringe.
oh my God, yes, I cringe because it's like, I didn't know what I didn't know. And like, I didn't know that I wasn't supposed to tell everybody that it has 87 million ingredients and that we're this debt-free company and we're like word vomiting on everybody, right? I didn't know that. I had to learn. And the one thing that I've really been finding is exactly like what Leanne was saying too, about how like people are coming to her because they know her and they trust her, right? Our posts have to be thoughtful and genuine and tell a story. Tell a story about what they're doing for you, what they're doing for somebody else. If you don't have your before and afters, or if you don't have results yet, borrow other people's stories and tell those, because facts repel and stories sell, and we never want to sound like a commercial.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? Talking about the opportunity every single day and sharing your story, you will sign up distributors that way, and then following up with them. Because I see so many times people say, oh, I can't get distributors. Oh, I can't get, and when you say that, you're not going to, right?
Mm-hmm.
So stop saying you can't, because, that's law of attraction again, you guys. Like when people say that, I really try and stop them right away, because our thoughts are so powerful. Like, like even when I say things like, like I'll say to things around Jay, he'll be like, don't say that, Tanis. Like he's on me, right? But it's so true, you guys. Oh, hi, Bubs. Oh, there's Harley. Hi, want to come sit with me? My unicorn. Want to come sit with me? You can say hi. But you guys, like the biggest thing is that you have to believe that you can do it, and you have to share your why and your story. People are joining me before they're joining the opportunity. Okay. So that is everything. I always want to sign up people who want to do this. Don't just sign up people to fill a spot. Sign up people that want to do this with you. I never want to. Harley, say hi. There's Chelsea. Can you say hi to her? No? Okay. But you guys, it's the biggest thing. So thank you for saying that, Nahani, because it's so true, you guys. And if you are doing your business on social media, you have to be consistent. If you're not, your store is closed. You are closed and done for business, right? So I talk about the opportunity and the products and my life every single day. I do a lot of my business, most of my, I'd say like 75% social media, and then the rest in person, like parties, get-togethers, one-on-ones. Sorry, what are you saying? Sorry, someone's just asking me a question. Jonathan, Jonathan, do you want to ask your question? I'm not sure what you mean. Or you can ask me after if you don't want to. Sorry, he's asking me a question. I'm just not sure.
Is he maybe French speaking or a different?
Yeah, he's French.
Yeah.
Jonathan, je parle français aussi. Si tu peux donner-moi un message après. Okay. Okay, yes, after. Okay, so Denise, I know. Thank you, Nahani, so much for sharing that. Like the excitement and everything, just getting everyone going. And yes, there are some people who aren't working, which is normal, you guys. I want you guys to know that, because I think when I joined, I literally thought that everyone was going to join and wanted to work, and it doesn't work like that, right? We'd all be millionaires by now, right? So don't feel bad if you sign someone up and maybe they just are taking their time. Everybody has different goals. So I've really, really learned that, because some people, people tell me that they want things and they join, and I'm like, okay, well, why isn't this girl doing anything yet, right? But everyone has their own timing. Everyone has their own goals, and, not everyone has the same goals as me or Leanne or Nahani or, Denise. So Denise is another one, you guys, who said she was going to join. She just kept telling me she was going to join. And when she was ready, she jumped all in, and she just promoted to executive last night. She got her conference ticket. She's on fire, and your posts and everything that you're doing is really great. So, hi. Can you share what you've been doing? And just, you're so excited. So, oh, Denise, I can't hear you.
Well, Denise is coming on. I just want to say she's another one who posts really, really well. Like, her posts are amazing.
Denise, it's your volume.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Okay, can I just quickly tell you how I met Denise, you guys? Because
I can't really hear it very well.
No, you guys, Denise, Denise, you can hear me, right?
No.
You can't hear me? I can hear you.
I am challenged. Hold on.
Can you hear me? Because we can hear you. Okay, you guys. So I met Denise, you guys, in Kansas, and I was her bartender. And her siblings and her friends. Oh, you can hear me now, right? Is that why you're laughing?
I mean, you can hear it. It's just really quiet.
Oh no, it's really quiet. I can't hear her.
Can you hear? Okay, you talk because we can hear you.
Put headphones in.
Okay, you can hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah. Ah, she froze. She's awesome, you guys. She was another one though who said she kept saying she was going to join. I had to keep following up, and then when she was ready, she was ready. So that's the big thing, you guys. That's why you have to follow
being excited with my posts and being myself. And as a matter of fact, I just talked.
I can't. Can you guys hear her? Denise, I can't hear you. No. I can't hear you. Denise, we can't hear you.
Hello?
Hi, we can't hear you. That's okay. We all go through this. Did she leave? Maybe she'll come back. You guys, it's so funny. So when I met Denise, like we became friends like on social media, and like she's in Kansas, so I lived there for like a year with Jay, and her siblings would come in, and they're like the nicest people ever. And so when I started this business, I reached out to her. I always reach out to people or just become friends with them, and then they stay connected and they see my posts every day. So that's the biggest thing, you guys. If you want people to join your team or buy from you, you need to be serious about your business, right? So it's great to put up a product post or anything like that, but you have to tell people where you're going. People join people who know where they're going, who say, they have big goals, or, I don't know if she's coming back on. That's okay. She can share on the team page. Sorry, someone's messaging me here. Anyway, one great thing that Denise is doing, you guys, is she's really just being herself. Her posts are really genuine, and talking about her kids, they do a lot of like baseball, and she's signing up lots of customers and distributors, and she just bought her ticket for Florida. And I know, like myself, when I first joined, I could not really afford to go to conference, and I know a lot of people are in that situation. But, for me, I couldn't not afford to be there, right? So, honestly, if you guys are thinking about going to conference and you're not sure, oh, she's back. Do you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, yay! I just shared.
Yeah, I'm a little challenged when it comes to this.
Yay!
Okay, so anyway, I don't know if you heard what I was saying, but basically I was just kind of following your advice about, posting every day and just trying to be myself. Kind of like what Leanne was saying, people know me, and, they can tell if you're being, salesy, or if you're being honest about, what you're doing. And like I was saying, I just talked to a girl the other day that I haven't talked to in a long time. And she said she has a lot of friends that do like networking and that sell like Plexius and, different things like that. And she says, I've seen your posts, I never comment or never say anything, but she goes, I've been seeing what you're doing, and you're all so excited. And she said, I just love it. And she goes, and you're funny in your post. And so she goes, keep doing what you're doing, because it draws people to you. It makes people want, to be a part of that. And that's what kind of made me tear up, because of that. That's exactly what Tanis had said. People watch you. They might not always say anything, but they're watching you. And so if you're being yourself and, being honest, people buy into you, not they're buying into you. So That's my
I
biggest
love
advice
that.
at this
And that
point.
post you sent me earlier, I was like, oh, that really like touched me because it's true. It's spot on. Like when I see girls post or guys post, like I know if they're really taking the time and they're really, it's the effort that you put into it, right? So, and again, if your your business like more through word of mouth or in person, that's fine. But if you are doing this business on social media, you guys, you really need to, you know, realize what you're doing, right? You don't need to know everything. That's not what I mean. But don't put up silly posts or things that might offend people, or you know what I mean. You know, I think it's super important because I think, you know, even Denise, like what we were chatting about with earlier, like you have to be you. People, you put your heart out there. Like I share my story every single day in different ways. But you know, not everyone has the same story as me. Not everyone, you know, was broke or depressed or, you know, in debt when they start this. But that's part of my story, and I can connect with other moms and or other women and share why I'm doing this and why I do this. So, but if I just say, "Oh, join my team, Janice, let's go, let's make money," like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not. There's no emotion there. You guys, what we do,
Right.
it's a relationship business. So that following up, like Denise, how many times did I follow up with you? I was probably getting annoying after a while.
No.
But it's true.
I just
like,
always felt bad.
you
I
just
always
weren't
felt bad
ready.
because I kept telling you no.
And she did. She was telling me no, but then you'd like my posts. And I'd be like, okay, she's watching. So it's true. Like your friend said, people are watching you. Chelsea was another one, you guys. Like Chelsea, you guys, like when I joined this business, I thought about Chelsea right away. I wanted her on my team. And Chelsea and I met a long time ago too. And we built, you know, our relationship and our friendship on social media. And she's like a little sister to me. And like, I just kept saying I wanted her on my team, and she would flat out ignore me. But then if I talk about something else, we would talk. But I knew she was watching me, right? So it's, you know, but it's so true, you guys. Like it's being vulnerable, being real, showing that you have a heart and a pulse, right? Like this business, what you put into it, like, you know, get real and raw with yourself. Like show who you are as a person. Don't try and be me or Leanne or like, you know what I mean? Like the post that Chelsea posts, I might not be able to post, or I mean, just because that's her and her life, right? And the posts that I post, you know, maybe Nahani or Denise aren't going to write those same posts, right? So it's really being aware of what you're doing, because people are going to see what you're doing. People are watching you. Like I said, I have not taken a day off of posting or talking about the opportunity, because if you are not serious and talking about it, people aren't going to take you seriously. So that's one really big thing. So Denise, thank you for sharing that. Congratulations on your promotion. Like
Thank
it was
you.
up until last night. You were still, you know, you still need it, and it happened, you know? So isn't that exciting?
It's very exciting. Yes, I'm ready for the new month and just see where we can go from here. So
Like
I'm
how
excited.
you promoted is like how I promoted. I promoted it like a few months in, and then boom, you know, like I figured it out. I was like, okay, I know what I need to do. And then I went executive to diamond, you know, like how you are, right? So it's just figuring out what you need to do, understanding who's out in front of you. Like we have brand new people, you guys, who are printing out their charts, and they're excited and they want to learn, and they're like a sponge, and they're ready and they're showing up, and those are the people that are doing well, you know. It's okay if you're not at your goal yet. You can make it happen this month, or if it's a bigger goal, you know, all those small little goals and all those little things that you do every single day are going to add up. Because I'll tell you right now, none of us knew. I had no idea what I was doing when I started. I had never done anything like this before. So thank you so much for sharing, Denise. And I know you're going to go Ruby next, Emerald, Diamond, and you know you're coming to conference with us. I'm excited.
I know, me too.
I'm so excited.
Well, I have to tell you this. It gets a little easier every month, you know, because on my posts, I literally sit there and I think about them, you know, consciously of what I want to say. And sometimes I might take pieces like from yours or Nahani's or, you know, some other girls, but then I'll, you know, reword it to where it sounds more like me. But I do kind of steal some other information from you guys sometimes to help me out. But because, you know, I feel like you know what you're talking about. So I just like to add my twist to it, but then incorporate that information, and that kind of seems to help. And yeah, and like I said, just try to make it more that sounds like me, and a little funny twist here and there. But
Because that's
it
you,
they're
right?
getting a little easier all the time. Just getting to know what you're doing and watching you guys and following your advice is the biggest thing. I have to say that's the biggest thing. Follow your leader's advice.
And you want to learn. So I love when people come in and they want to learn and they want to grow, and because those are the people who do well. Like, like people who come in and, they think they know it. And I mean, none of us on here, because we're all perfect, but, like people who come in and they think they know everything and they don't want your help. And it's like, okay, I can't really help those people. Right. But I love when people come in and they're ready to learn. I know, Chelsea, for example, you're another one. Like Chelsea and I talk every single day, and, she is running for presidential. She has an amazing team. And, I will say, like, Chelsea and I have been in this business, and, I know a lot of the others have been in this business maybe for a while, and there are ups and downs. I will tell you that. I think sometimes people might look at some of the top leaders, even Chelsea and I know on our top leader page, like triples and up, people don't just go like this, right? It's like a business. It's you don't just make 5 figures a month just twiddling your thumbs, right? So
No way.
like there's no way. I remember my first exciting paycheck, and when I promoted to executive, I was so excited and I was hungry for more, right? You have to be hungry. You have to be committed and disciplined, because you're not always going to feel like doing it. Like this morning I woke up after not really sleeping, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have a million messages. But then I was like, oh my gosh, I have a million messages. This is awesome. My team's ready. They're on fire. I need to get my right mindset. And, it's so true. Leanne, I don't know if you said that. I forget who said that. You wake up and you decide. Like, I know you guys, I have my struggles with things, and, but we all are going through things. So I want you guys to know that if you're going through something, and if you want to share it with us, honestly, I'm an open book. I'll tell you anything. But the thing is everybody's always going through something. So don't let what you're going through make you take a week or 2 weeks off, or you stop posting, or you lose your why. I always say, never forget your why you're doing this. I do this for my family, my daughter, you know what I mean? So exactly what Chelsea's saying, you guys, in the comments over here. It's so important, you guys. Like, your social media, your business is your life and your journal. You're sharing it with people, and you want to inspire people. So that's the biggest thing. Look at yourself. Look at your social media. Look at how you run your business and how you present yourself. Are you a business owner? Are you putting that out there, or are you kind of being, you're not really taking it seriously? People are watching you, right? So again, not that they're watching you, not to worry what people think, but they're watching you because every single person, I will tell you right now, is a potential in this business. Whether it's products, people joining my team, people have joined my team or bought products from me who I never would have expected, right? So people will join you at the right time, but it's up to you to do your job in the meantime. You got to plant those seeds. And then when they harvest, I'll tell you, Chelsea and I know, we've gone through times where, maybe a month has been kind of slow, and we're like, oh, what's happening? And then boom, the next month, everyone's ready to join, right? But if you're not planting those seeds, and if you're not being consistent, if you're not doing all those little things that get you to the big picture, it's going to be harder for you to get there, right? So,
Right.
Chelsea, since I have you on here, so I know you guys were doing a Zoom before, but Chelsea, Chelsea has, she's always been a hard worker. She always came in deciding, I'm going to go ambassador Black Diamond. But, Chelsea and I we've had stuff happen in our business. And, I know the other day after we watched that Zoom, we keep talking about it. It's a decision, this business. You come in and it's a decision, and it's your mindset. So Chelsea, you're always a good motivator. You talk to everybody. You talk to us with your nice, pretty new hair.
Oh, thank you. I have not had somebody new do my hair in 5 years, so I was quite nervous, but she's really good, and she was a sweetie, and we're now connected on social. So hey,
Hey,
everybody's a potential. Even my waitress today, she just had the best personality. She was so kind. She checked on us all the time and just had a really great personality. we're on social media with friends now. So it's those little things too. It doesn't just have to be social media. Utilize your time when you're out and about, guys. Let your gear do the talking for you too. We have cute stuff in our back office, gear wise. They're always rolling out new stuff, t-shirts, tanks, sweaters, bags, whatever. But it gets people wondering like, well, what works? And people will ask you, you know, so just be mindful of those things. But going forward with what Tan said too, you know, I joined, I think I've been doing this now almost 3.5 years, or right at 3.5 years now. And, you know, it wasn't something that came quick to me by any means. I didn't promote to Ruby, I don't think, until like 5 months into my business. Diamond, I believe, in 8. And then I went double diamond in my first year. But again, it wasn't anything that happened quick. It just wasn't. There's people, I don't have any original people on my team anymore. I just don't. And that's okay, because I know that that's expected. Every different promotion brings out a different version of you and leadership. So we always have to keep growing in our self-development and our mindset. Your 80% of your success or lack thereof is your mind. So keep you know, pumping yourself up and listening to self-development, because it's going to get you through those tough times. I went triple last year, and I've been pushing for Prez for a year, but I did have some things happen. Not an excuse. I kept working, but I had to find my footing again. And I had to find people that wanted to work with me and that wanted this for their life. You know, they have a big why and they're fighters. And those are the people you want to work with, because not everybody's going to want to work with you. And for a long time, I wanted to raise the dead, but it's easier to give birth. It's easier to work with people that want to work with you. So as much as we want it for other people, a lot of people will come around. People do. You know, every 6 months we go through a different life scenario. So people sometimes will come back. Love on them then. You know, we don't give up on people. Tanis will say that too. We don't give up on people, but we do have to focus on those that truly need this for their life, and take it to heart what we say and our leadership and things like that. So now, after watching that Zoom with Pam and Cammie and all these amazing leaders, like, that's the best Zoom I think I've ever watched, you know, outside of ours, of course. No.
Obviously.
But I listened to it, and she spoke to my soul. They all did. And I was like, I just need to make the decision. So I did. And I spoke to my leaders on my team. I said, let's do this. Let's do this for our lives, because, you know, obviously as human beings, we want things done in our time constantly. But I am big in my faith. And I do think that, you know, the timing has to be right. So the big man upstairs will, you know, allow it to be his timing, essentially. So I know it's going to happen. I know I'm going to go presidential, eventually ambassador, and it's going to be in the right time. I just have to keep hustling and keep showing up and keep having discipline, even when times aren't the best, even when we have to move across country, even when I go through losing something or somebody I care about, right? We just lost our fur baby 2 months ago now, and it was the worst thing that I went through, like, so far, you know, and it was tough. But I got on a Zoom that night and I just threw myself into my business. I said, I took my time to mourn, but I knew that I needed my family. You guys are my family. And that was where I wanted to be. So if you're going through something, you know, understand that we're here for you. This is so much more than a business. And you can always come to us, you know, vent if you have to, but it's really up to us as individuals to pick ourselves up by our bootstraps, make that decision. Like, I'm an amazing person. I deserve this out of life. We only get one life to live. I'm not going to waste it. So let's go. But pick yourself up. You can do this. This is not a hard business. What's hard is struggling. What's hard is not paying the bills. What's hard is, you know, not being able to get holiday presents or Christmas presents for your kiddos or your family members, or wondering where that money is going to come from, or where the groceries are going to come from, or gas. Yeah. So you guys can do this. Everybody can. Just wake up every day. Do those 3 things. Grow your network. Talk to new people. Share who you are. That's it. Plain and simple. That's it, guys. And I promise you, the right people are going to see what you're doing, or you're going to end up stumbling upon a conversation with them. And the right people are going to come into your organization. You're going to change their lives, and they're going to change yours. That's just how it works. So don't quit ever. Quitting has to come off the table right now, especially if you're new. We have to make that decision right now. Because I told Tan, like, when I started, I was like, I want Black Diamond. I don't know what that means. $100,000 a month sounds pretty good. So
and
one day.
Said, like, I went the end of August to go see Chelsea in Florida, and we had an event with someone just sent me a really funny text, sorry. We had an event with Pam, you guys, in Florida. It was so much fun. We went for dinner with her. It was so fun. Like, we got to hang out with Chelsea and her fiance, and it was just such a really great time, because Chelsea and I have been close for a long time, but you know, my husband Jay had never met her fiance Phil, so that was fun. And then we're going back next year for the wedding. Well, actually, it's like 9 months away, not 10 months away, right?
Yeah.
9 months. But, you know, like one thing that Pam always says, the thing that Chelsea just said, it's easier to give birth than to raise the dead.
Mhm.
I have spent a lot of time on people where, you know, you want it for people. I've had leaders on my team who may not still be in the business, and you know what? That's okay. Like the thing is, in a business, or I want everyone, of course, to go, you know, diamond and up, but not every single person who joins is going to be here forever, and that's okay. But there are going to be a lot of people who decide, okay, I want to be a top earner, or I want to go diamond, or right. So most people join this business because they need it, you know, financially. If you're just here for fun and you don't have a big why, you're not really going to push yourself. You know, like if you really don't need the money and if you love your job and you really, you know, like you're probably not going to really push yourself. But remember, I always say one thing about Chelsea and I, like, or other people, like I always run, like even if I have ups and downs in my life, or, and I want you guys to know I have my struggles. You guys know about my dad. It's really been hard on me. It's really been hard on me. And I've been struggling for a year and a half with that. But you know what? I always show up for my team. I am always there at month end. You know, I'm always there helping my team because that's who I am. And that's why I've been successful. But I want you guys to know that, you know, if you don't get your promotion that month or it doesn't happen, you know, don't slash the last 3 of your tires, right? You can get it happen next month, right? Or, you know, this month is what I meant. I kept thinking it's October, it's November, right? But the biggest thing, you guys, is another thing that Pam says is if you have 1 foot out, you know, 1 foot out of the boat, you need to have all your feet in the boat. Is that what she says, right? You have to go all in, basically. Because if you don't think you can do it, or you're wavering back and forth, oh, I'll give it a few months, we'll see, you're already giving yourself the opportunity. Okay, I'm having a bad week. I've had people who've been really amazing people, and they had a bad week or something, and they just let them get themselves down. They stop posting. They stop getting in on things. We do Zooms and parties, and we have the pages and the chats to keep people connected, to be close. I love being connected with my team. Keeps me fired up. Like I said, I woke up this morning tired, and so I want you guys to know that we all go through that too. But personal development is key. It's really, you know, deciding what you want. You know, this business, I will say over and over again, it's a decision. You come in and you decide, I'm going diamond this month. I'm making it happen. I'm working with those on my team who are going, you know, executive, ruby, emerald. I'm helping them. I'm going to do parties with them. I'm going to help them get distributors. I'm going to help them with verbiage. I'm always helping people on my team sign up new distributors and customers. I'm getting on a phone call after, actually, with someone's potential distributor who's signing up from California. So we are here to help you. But, you know, I just always ask, you know, be there for your team. You know, if you have big goals and you're telling your team like, oh, you know, I'm going double diamond, triple, whatever your goals are, you know, Chelsea would never just say, oh, I'm going presidential and just sit back and watch her team. She's there working with them, right? You know, that's the thing is you need to be there with your team because your team is going to follow what you do, right? So I know if I just sit back and hang out, I'll probably still collect my check, a good paycheck. But that's not me, right? I have big goals. I want to, you know, I never really thought, I know we're coming up over an hour here, but I'll just finish off quick. But I never really thought that I needed to go black diamond, right? I know Chelsea came in, a lot of people come in, they say, want to go black diamond. I'm like, that's great. That's $100,000, like US a month. Like, oh my gosh, right? But then I thought, okay, I've had those high ambassador paychecks, and it's not even about that. It's about helping other women or men or families on my team. So I know for me to go black diamond, that means I have a lot of team promoting. I have a lot of families changing their lives. I have a lot of people paying off debt, leaving their jobs. And because I know what it feels like to go to the grocery store and worry about bills or worry about, you know, if my debit card's gonna, you know, I know what that feels like to have worry about, you know, if your house is going to be taken away or fighting with your spouse, or I know what that feels like, but you have to use what you're going through and, you know, use what you're going through to get through with what you're doing, right? If that makes sense. So, you know, like I said, we're all going through stuff, but for me, I had hit rock bottom and I made a decision. And once you make that decision, like we're talking about, you go all in And within a few months, you guys, I surpassed my old job income. Within 7 or 8 months, I was making 6 figures. And then a few months after that, I doubled that. And then 5 months after that, I doubled that, right? So network marketing and what we do, our compensation plan, if you want to make $30,000 a month, you can, because we have quite a few people who do on our team. But if you want to make $10,000 a month or $5,000 or $2,000 a month or $500 a month, you can. But it first, starts with you, right? I don't know what Amanda, I'm just using you as an example. I don't know what Amanda wants. If Amanda says, I'm going Ruby and she's showing up and she's working, she's going to get to Ruby. But only Amanda knows what Amanda wants, right? So, just plug in, decide that you're going to make it happen. You guys, we have our rank up bonuses still. We have 2 more products coming out. We're launching in 8 more countries. What you do now will set you up for 2019, okay? It's crazy. Like, I know Chelsea and I talk about this, Nahani and I, we talk about, what we want our income to look like. It's crazy. It's crazy what can happen in this business, because I know where my husband and I were, just 3.5 years ago. But it's up to you. Anyone can do this, but just not everybody will, So I know a lot of people who need this, but they never get on Zooms. I know a lot of people who say they can't get customers or distributors. They never get on a party or do a party, right? So it's all based on a decision. I know it's easy to just put on Netflix or go hang out with your friends or do stuff like that. But the thing is that that's not getting you where you want to go. There's always time for Netflix, of course, or hanging out or doing things. But I know a lot of people who work full time, have children, and they still do this business, right? So, I know everyone's busy. I know people have challenges. I totally understand that. But decide what you want. Your team's depending on you too. That's another thing. Maybe you have a girl on your team who really needs Ruby or really needs Emerald or Diamond. I'm always there to help people. Some people are really receptive to that and they appreciate me. Some people don't even reply to me. So, it happens all the time, and I wish I had someone who wanted to help me, right? So really be aware, because this business, you guys, it can change everything for you. And just be grateful and excited and happy and consistent. I love when people come in and they're just ready to go, and they really, again, like Nahani said, we're nobody's boss, right? But I am kind of bossy. I am kind of controlling. I have that red and yellow. If you don't know your Keller personality, figure that out. Do the test. But it's a decision. You come in, okay, I want to change my life. I need to make an income. My husband was not supportive. So I just kept working harder. Then I retired him, paid off all our debt. So people do come around. People are watching you. People want to see you either fail or prove them wrong. That is a big thing, you guys. I posted something on the team page earlier, and you really have to just not let anyone's opinions, or if someone's nasty to you, oh my gosh, you guys, my brother and his wife, oh my goodness. But that really fueled me to want to succeed. So don't let someone get you down, because the chances are if someone's criticizing you, they're not really doing anything with their life. If someone has to put me down, why are they putting me down? For what, right? So people are just going through things. So never take, I know even Leanne, when your first few days in, you had someone who was negative, and I got on the phone with her, because that's one thing I get upset. It doesn't really bother me when people like say something to me, but it upsets me when I have new girls or new guys on the team. And I'm like a mama bear. I'm like, jump in. I'm like, okay, who's being mean? Or if I see something on someone's post, I'll go and tell someone, oh, go delete that person's comment or go delete that person, because people are just silly. Like, don't even pay attention to them, right? But Leanne, like, look how much you've grown in a month. Like, you start not caring what people think. And if you stop caring when you don't care what people think, the sky is the limit with this business. Like, I really don't care what people think. I know I'm a good person. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm always there to help people. Even some people might not even deserve it. I'm just saying that in general, right? But that's just who I am, right? So if you're a kind person, you are grateful, you're putting out good, you're going to get that back, right? But if you're complaining, you're negative, you're not doing anything, you're expecting everything from your team, you have to be the leader. You have to be the person that's like, okay, I'm making a decision. It's not based on Sally or Jenny, or those are just made up people. It's based on me helping Sally and Jenny. And if Sally and Jenny don't want it, I'm going to have Jonathan wants it. I will help Jonathan, and Jonathan and I will rock this, and we will make this happen, right? So make it, I know who my runners are. I know who's working and who wants my help, and pay attention, okay? So work with those people, help those people, because you can't do this on your own. So I really appreciate all the ladies who chatted tonight. Congratulations. We had, I think on our entire team, we had quite a few promotions, I think close to 50 something. Spread out, a lot of executives, rubies. I think there was one new diamond. Yeah, I appreciate you guys all being on tonight. Did anyone have any last minute questions? I'll finish this off and I'll post it up on the team page. So those who couldn't get on will ask me right away where the Zoom is. That always happens too, right? So thank you guys so much for being on. I appreciate you. And honestly, you guys, this month, it can be whatever you want it to be. You only have slow months when you stop working, right? So, I mean, that's not entirely true. I can work super hard sometimes, and maybe it was just kind of an off month, and then the next month, there's my harvest, right? But if you really want to make $500 a month, or $1,000 or $2,000 or $10,000 a month, I will tell you right now, every single person on here can. It's just deciding you're going to do it, and you need to know how. If you need help with your chart, please ask. I was like a sponge. I had no clue what I was doing. All I knew was I had to be excited, consistent, show up. You guys, the biggest thing, you guys on social media, and I'm saying it again because there are quite a few on here, you need to make sure that your social media is proper, okay? Make sure it looks nice. Make sure that you're taking the time for those posts. Make sure that, like Denise said, it has to be you, okay? I have that Diamonds Day page for post ideas. Of course, copy from different people or different leaders, but make it sure that it's you, okay? So I sometimes see people's posts, and I'm like, that person doesn't have a son or a dog, and you know what I mean? They're just copying and pasting. I've seen my phone number on people's posts before. I'm like, okay. So really make sure that you're taking the time, because yeah, it can be frustrating sometimes. You want it to go faster, right? But are you doing what you should be doing to get you where you want to go? I have a lot of people who want to promote last month, but maybe they weren't working all month, right? So I know for promotions to happen, you have to, don't wait till the end of the month, right? Don't wait till the last few days, because everyone has done that. I've been there too, but if you want to go diamond or whatever it is, you need to start planning that. You need to start planning and really, really deciding, and who you need to help, because anyone can go diamond, anyone can go double or ruby or whatever your goal is. So you just need to decide in the month. Leanne was texting me this morning. She's like, I need to work how I did yesterday. I was like, oh my gosh, yes, Leanne, yes. I was scared, you guys. I was like, Leanne's gonna surpass me. I want everybody to surpass me. That's what I mean. But I was excited. That got me excited, because I was like, oh, I'm tired. But she was like, I need to work this. I need to work how I was working yesterday. I was like, yeah, let's go, right? So it's, your energy, your excitement, you're being consistent, your social media, like, tell people where you're going. If you keep saying you're promoting, but you're not really doing the things you need to be doing to get there, your team's watching you too, right? So that's a big thing. If you're not doing it for you, help your team, help them with their promotions, right? So I know every single month I'm always trying to help I'm of course trying for my promotion too, and I'm going to make it happen. But even on month's end, if I'm not promoting, I will tell you, I'm always there for my team, helping them, being there for them, because that's what you're supposed to do as a leader. And I want to see my team. I loved when all these promotions happened last night, and then I was looking over, on other people's teams, and like the French girls and guys, I should say, and I was looking at all the promotions, and it's exciting. It's exciting seeing people come in. They get their first 4 customers. It's exciting when people make their first posts. It's exciting when people do their first online parties. Right? I love that. There's some girls, Nahania, on your team who are they're brand new, they're doing parties. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. So just decide what you want and do it. So thank you guys so much for sharing tonight. Sorry I went a little overboard. And just decide what you want this month and just get that promotion, make it happen. So thank you guys. I'll get this up on the team page, and I appreciate you guys. And I'll tell you right now, we have an amazing team. I talked to Cammie earlier. It was her birthday, and she just said, girl, like, it's your team's amazing. You have a lot of, she knows, of course, like Chelsea and, Carol Ann and all, like a lot of the top girls, but she's like, you have some amazing team. Like, she can see where everybody is too in the reports. And she's like, your team, you guys are amazing, right? So, you're part of something very special. I will tell you right now, not a lot of other teams have team pages and chats and groups. I woke up to about 67 messages yesterday, right? So you have that love and support, and that is huge. That is huge in this business because not everybody has that when they join. I didn't have that. I had to find it, and I had to get it for myself. So I started doing things that I needed to do, and then I made that vision happen because I wanted what we have now, right? So I wanted, things to be in my life, or a certain, whatever you want, whether it's a paycheck or a car or pay off debt or whatever, but you have to decide that you're going to do it, and you have that goal and that vision. And I'm telling you, get to conference. It will change your life if you let it. I know a lot of you are going, a lot of us are going. And I know a lot of people are busy, and I had a conversation with one of the girls on here quickly, and then I'll just finish. And she's, this one girl, she's great. She's going to go diamond this month too. I really believe it. And she said to me, Tanis, I'm done feeling this way. I'm done, not having this for my daughter, and I'm done feeling this way. And I'm sick and tired of feeling sick and tired, so you have to decide, like, is it going to be easy? Are you going to make $10,000 a month just putting up a post on Facebook? No. But honestly, I look back on my journey, and it has been the best decision I ever made for my family. And there were times where I worked super hard, where maybe I wasn't making the biggest paychecks. I was just getting up, to diamond, or, emerald to diamond. But then all that work I put into that first year, boom, I went double. A few months after, boom, I went triple. 5 months later, boom, I went presidential. Those paychecks, yeah, I'm talking about you. So you have to realize that right now, the work that you're putting in, it doesn't mean that you're going to make $10,000 a month right now, but all that work that I'm sending you kisses back, all that work that you're putting in now, I will tell you, you can be making $20,000 a month in 6 months from now, or sooner. Doesn't matter, right? So I just want you guys to know how amazing our compensation plan is. And when you decide that you're doing this, and you know what you're doing, and you're really focused, and you're working, you can make $20,000 a month, but you have to work it like you're that person already there. Okay. So thank you guys. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a great night, and let's kill November. Okay. Let's do it. Okay. Have a good night, guys.